They made no no qualms about mentioning all the people that they felt and that they heard slight them on their way to the title. And it's a team that's perfect because people, if the Warriors had lost, people would get mad at them for reading the headlines, right? How can you be focused on what Nick Wright said? You should be winning the NBA Finals. Draymond, how can you be doing this podcast? You got to be focused on basketball. But the Warriors won, and they shut everybody up, and a list of people they called out. Clay called out Jaren Jackson Jr. for a tweet that he had back in March. He didn't say it after they beat him in the playoffs, which you thought is probably a more appropriate time to bring up that tweet. He waited until they won the championship to then clap back at Jaren Jackson Jr. Draymond called out Nick Wright for his Wiggins take that has gone viral 10 times since the playoffs has started. Steph Curry, I think he poked a little bit at Brian Windhorst for his checkbook win comments. Clay went at somebody else. I can't remember who, but I'm sure there's more.
Well, Steph, the NBA crew, when they said how many more titles is Steph going to win, is zero.
Yeah, they mentioned that. Draymond was on Twitter. I think he went at Skip Bayless, not Stephen A. Skip Bayless, Dave Portnoy, who runs Barstool. So just an all-out petty fest for the Warriors.
Yeah, it rightfully. Look,
more to come, I'm sure.
The Celtics had their revenge tour, and they got their revenge on the Nets, on the Bucks, and on the Heat. The Warriors weren't part of that revenge tour, obviously, because they hadn't faced each other in the playoffs before. So there was no revenge needed for the Boston Celtics. But the Warriors are absolutely on the petty tour. Steph May of last year, was saying, we're not healthy, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to see us next year. And he was absolutely right. Them coming out and saying this team ain't going to win anymore, and Steph commenting and sitting there afterwards with a big zero over his eye. How about now? And Draymond yelling after the game, what are they going to say now? And Steph saying the same thing. What are they going to say now? And finally winning that finals MVP. Clay coming back from the injury. 2 of the worst years a man could have as a professional athlete, to come back his first season back, not even a full season, and they win the championship. They come right back, and Draymond called it out right away. Welcome back to the Warrior Invitational.
It is a bar.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what?